Question: who's ready for my once a week absolutely favorite song? And I can only play this one once a week. Why? You'll see. Back in a minute. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. If you're brand new here, which many people are in the last couple of weeks, and I humbly thank you for it, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran viewer and subscriber, thank you for your channel loyalty and for being here and enjoying my messages. And I really do appreciate everyone that's here. And if just dropping by to say hello just once, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you. And hopefully one day you will come back in the future again. Thank you so much. I want to talk to you today about manufacturing things, being the CEO of our own kitchens. I really believe that anyone who has to run a kitchen, plan a menu, do the grocery shopping, feed a family, even if you're just a family of one. Being a family of one is very tough sometimes because you are the CEO of absolutely everything, and you're not going to defer it to some co-partner or anything like that. But we are empowered. We are the CEOs of our kitchens. And I'm going to remind every single one of us of this every single day. If you have a kitchen and if you feed yourself or your family, you are the CEO. So in case you didn't know, I'm going to give you an official promotion today. Remember that the next time you can't figure out how to make ends meet and plan your budget, remember that the next time you go to the grocery store and put back that extra want because you make sure that you bought the thing that you need. You are the chief executive officer of your kitchen financials and meal planning. I am so proud of you. Yeah. All joking aside, there are some things that are beyond our control that have happened. But there are many things that are within our control that we could do. And I love that part. Okay. I have noticed, you have noticed over time, and this just didn't happen only in the last few months because that would be a lie. In the last few years, I have noticed ingredients, boxes, things of that nature, ever so slowly. It's not that it's a huge thing. Shrink, 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 shrink. I remember when a box of cereal used to be wide. Now they're taller and thinner. It's not my imagination. Look at the ounces. Okay. Let's talk about hot chocolate for a minute. By the way, is there anybody out there who could please define for me? And I really mean it because I don't know the answer. So I'm asking you if you'd be so kind to define this to me. What is the difference between hot cocoa and hot chocolate? Is it just a word switch, or is there like a technical ingredient difference that I am not aware of? Please don't let me Google it. I'd rather hear it from someone who's viewing, okay? Because I know I could Google it. just saying. I'd rather hear it from one of you guys. What's your take on it? Let me know in the comment section below. But I have noticed, and no doubt many of you viewing have noticed that, if in case you do drink hot chocolate or hot cocoa, whatever you want to call it, the box used to be, there was a time many, many years ago, I think when I was a kid, that there might have been 12 envelopes, okay? Then all of a sudden it went down to 10. Then we snuck it down to 8. Well, we didn't sneak it. The manufacturers did. And some people are reporting to me that they have noticed shrinking again to 6. What am I paying for? The cardboard? What am I paying for the picture on the box? What am I paying for the pouch that it comes in? No more. I am going to try to do this even for myself and make the investment. And yes, it's a little investment of getting the actual ingredients and putting it together. The wonderful news is you don't have to be a nuclear physicist to do this. Also, some people have stated that they are saving already without even putting it together by simply buying the canister version of hot chocolate, hot cocoa, whatever you feel like calling it. Just saying, just saying, just saying. Okay. So let's start from there. I'm learning myself that while the envelopes are very convenient, oh, just go to the box, take out the envelope, blah, 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 blah. But I also like to use half of that, not the whole envelope. So for me, it's kind of extra work. So if I have it either in the canister version, which I may purchase and try, I had it a long time ago with a company that begins with letter G, the one in San Fran, very expensive, very delicious. But actually, I didn't purchase that. That was a gift to me because for me, that's like kind of out of my league of purchases. So, I'm very strict with my spendings. I guess you know that by now, right? I wouldn't be doing this channel, right? But anyway, that was amazing. But what's to stop me or you from, here we go again, we're the CEOs of our kitchens, quote, manufacturing or putting together our own hot cocoa mix. So I've been truly blessed, first of all, with the friendship that I've established with Sharon Jackson. Sharon, I love you. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. You're very kind, you're generous, and you know what you're doing with food. Hello. So Sharon was extremely kind enough to give to me, so I can share it with you guys, the actual recipe. Again, you do not have to be a nuclear physicist to do this. So having said all that, take a moment, get a pen, and write it down. I'm going to read it to you while you do that. There are other recipes here too, of which I'm going to give to you in a future show. But right now, I'm just scrolling back. Thank you, Sharon, for typing it up and sending it over. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do. And I appreciate everybody else here too. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's the recipe for a hot chocolate mix. This is what Sharon called it, so I'm going to call it what she calls it, hot chocolate mix. Ready? I love this. All you're going to need is a half a cup each. Note the word each. 1/2 cup each of powdered milk, cocoa, and sugar. Many of you viewing probably have all these ingredients already. Hello. Now, this next ingredient is actually optional. And that's a 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. But I heard on other recipe shows on those famous networks on TV that if you add instant coffee to any sort of chocolate-based recipe, it actually brings out the flavor of the chocolate even more. So it's not like you're tasting coffee, but for whatever the reason, it enhances the chocolate flavor experience. Okay. So we're going to do this again. 1/2 cup each of powdered milk, cocoa, and sugar. 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of instant coffee, optional. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whenever I see that in a recipe, don't freak out. Oh, I don't have a teaspoon that says 1/4 teaspoon. Take your little fingers there. Take a pinch. Do what grandma did and your mother did. Or now you. Take the pinch of salt. Pinch, salt, boom. What? What am I going to do? Pinch, salt, boom. Okay. Then you're going to use, you're going to, of course, mix that together. When it's time that you're desiring a cup of hot chocolate, all you're going to need to use are 2 heaping tablespoons of the mix, and of course some marshmallows optionally. Sharon also mentioned that at one time she had taken some of that, like that marshmallow, like fluff cream. She put it on top. Yum. And what I've been known to do, and it is really, really good to do it, that non-whipped dairy topping, the one that you keep in the freezer. Oh my gosh. Take a tablespoon of that and throw that on top of your hot chocolate drink. Okay, so on the next video, when it comes to recipes, Sharon also included a recipe for strawberry dip. If you have a kid that's like on the fence about trying certain fruits, you might decide to make this dip. And there's also an apple dip, and that'll be on my next upcoming video. So there. Okay, Sharon, I want to thank you and everyone for being here. And what I'm going to do is close out the show and be back with a wave. I'll be right back. Have an amazing, fantastic Sunday. the remainder of your weekend. Take good care, everybody. Bye bye.